Hey YouTube friends, this is Quad. Today I am presenting to you another unboxing and overview video. Today it's going to be the Walkera V450D03. And so basically what this is it's a flybarless 3D helicopter that is 450 class. All right. It came out, I don't know, I think maybe a year ago, and it was on my radar for a while, and I've gotten to other things. So, but I've been meaning to get this, and I finally got it, and you know, I found a pretty decent price for it on Amazon.com. So what this is, again, is a 450 helicopter collective pitch. The main thing about it that is really intriguing to me is it comes with a six axis stabilizing gyro. So I think that in the last couple of years, and let me give you some box shots. This is a really big box. It's about 2 feet wide. So you know, I just noticed it says here FPV HD camera include. Well, we'll see if that's the case. And it says here Generation 2 6-axis gyro control system. All right, best choice for beginners. We'll see if that's true. Brushless motor, belt-driven tail, FPV HD camera include again. Interesting. All right, so here's the side of the box. Okay, and here's the other side. Okay, basically it's the same box art on left and the right. And then, you know, it's on this side. It talks about some of the remotes that this helo can bind with. So without any further ado, let's open it up and see what's inside. I was starting to say that in the last couple of 2 years or 3 years, RC helicopters have, I think, been on the decline. And I'm pretty sure the reason why is, well, twofold. One is because quadcopters have gotten really, really popular and they've overtaken the helo market, the vertical lift market. Two, RC helicopters are really, really hard to fly. I mean, I have pretty much, okay, it comes in 2 plastic shells. In the box. This is for holding the rotors in storage, and then it has a so-called instruction manual. Okay, I think it's okay, and it says instructions. You go to a website. Nice. All right, this instruction manual is in Chinese and English, mostly Chinese. Well, I'm not going to go through the instruction manual in detail, but suffice to say that if you're an English speaker, you're only getting 2 pages. Okay, and if you don't know how to fly RC helicopters, you're not going to learn how to do it with these instructions. So they're pretty much a waste of time, but that was expected. Okay, so all right, plastic. Okay, here you have it. All right, this is definitely a 450 class helicopter. I mean, no doubt about it. It is the right size. Let me see. Let me give you some details. Gotta pop this out. Yeah, I was saying before that RC helicopters to me are the most difficult RC vehicles to fly, bar none. I mean, I can fly planes, I can do boats, cars, tanks, you name it, multi-rotors, but RC helicopters, I think that most people, including myself, underestimate how difficult they are to control, especially the collective pitch. You start off with most people start off with a coaxial helicopter, and they're very stable, they're easy to fly, you can pick it up in a day, and then maybe they'll move on to a 4-channel helicopter, and then that's a little more difficult, but it's manageable. You can pick it up maybe in 1 day or 2 days. But a collective pitch helicopter such as this, where you're controlling the swash plate as in a real helicopter, is extremely difficult without stabilization. So with technology, and this is actually the reason why I'm interested in this helicopter. Okay, this is a combination gyro stabilization unit and the receiver. So it's all in one. You don't need a separate tail gyro. You don't need a separate stabilization gyro. It's all in this unit here. The only problem is that it only binds to Walkera transmitters, which I'm going to test that out because I've got a multi-protocol module for my Tyrannus, and I'm going to see if I can bind it with my Tyrannus, but that's for another video. Okay, so it's all plastic, as I can brush this motor. Looks like it's 40 amp ESC. The struts are plastic. It looks like what Walkera did was that most of the time, this piece or this main frame right here is comprised of different carbon fiber pieces and whatnot, and they just molded into one. Okay, the swash plates are plastic. Okay, this is surprising, a pleasant surprise. The blades are carbon fiber, it feels like, so that's pretty good. The blade holders are plastic. This part right here is anodized aluminum. Servos, I don't know the Metal Gear servos or not. They sound like they're plastic to me, but I might break them open to see what they really are. And so not bad. I mean, it feels pretty light even though it's plastic. And then you got the battery retention, the boom, the tail boom is aluminum, I believe. This piece here is plastic. The tail servo is, I don't know if it's plastic or Metal Gear, but the tail rotors are plastic, and the tail is actually belt drive. Okay, and you can kind of see it if you look carefully in here. It's belt driven, it's not a torque tube. So that is the Walkera V450. All right. Just notice one thing that kind of bugs me is that the ESC comes with these Walkera type plugs, which means I'm going to have to solder something different on them because I don't have a Walkera battery. All right, so some tools here, hex screws, bind plug, and I don't know what this is for, but I'll figure it out. And this looks like it's a tool for adjusting the gains on the gyro unit, because I see here that you can adjust some of the gains here. These are the switches, and I'm sure this is the tool for doing that. Okay, so moving on. Alright, so this is the DaVinci Devo 7 remote control that comes with it. And by the way, you can buy this in a bind and fly format without the radio. But I just wanted to see what this is all about. It actually feels pretty decent. I mean, it doesn't feel super cheap like some of the WL Toys radios. I mean, you know, it's not, I wouldn't call it super high quality, but it doesn't have a cheap feel to it. I mean, that's the best I can say about it. It actually feels pretty substantial. I think it's a 7-channel radio. So okay, looks like it takes 8 AA batteries. Yeah, it has a nice closing, you know, and this port here is rubberized, so I probably won't use this radio for very long. I'm just going to use it to test it, but like I said, eventually I'm going to try to bind it to my Piranhas. So there you have it, the radio. And then this plug here, I have no idea what it's for. I think it's probably for the radio, but we'll see. Okay, well, surprise, surprise, it does not have a FPV camera as promised in the box. So that's a bit disappointing. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that is the Walkera V450. And I'm gonna do another video to test it, and I will let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching. I just finished the video and I had some additional thoughts. This is a horrible oversight on my part, but I wanted to let you know that the kit does not come with a battery or charger. Okay, it's kind of sucks, but if you buy it online, you'll notice that it talks about the battery, but then there's always a parenthesis that says not included. Well, I found out it's not included. So, but it does take a 3S battery, 22 milliamp, and you know, most people have one of those ready. So it takes a 3S, that's 11.5 volts 3S battery, and so you will need that in order to fly this bird. So if you're ordering it, make sure you order a battery and a battery charger if you don't have one already. So, and that being said, I also wanted to do a size comparison between the Walkera 450 with the WL Toys V950 that I have on hand. So you can see that size-wise, the Walkera is quite a bit bigger, probably about 40% bigger in my estimation. So anyway, that's all the additional thoughts I have, and if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section, and please like and subscribe, and I'll continue to produce these videos. Thank you.